Y'all want to hear a semi-true story? Alright, listen up. So when I moved to Atlanta, one experience I wanted to know was what it was like to go to a trap house. I never been to a trap house, let alone seen one, only in movies. With that said, I'll probably never visit another one again in my life, especially after this last time. As everyone knows, I'm a huge fan of weed, marijuana, that sticky icky, that good shit. Well, what you don't know is that I love even more a good price on such quality goods. So I'm thinking this trap house is right up my alley. Well, in this case, a secret dirt road. And when I say they had it all, they had every pharmaceutical known to man. Golly. But I just wanted the weed. So my homie I met here knows a guy who knows a guy that knows the trap house secret number. It changes every week, so you gotta know the right guy. Anywho, he has it and he gets the guy to give him the address. It's about 11 a.m. Yeah, these motherfuckers is up early getting to that bag. And it's about an hour away, and this is my first time, so I'm a little cautious. You know that make sure your gas tank is full, ready the insurance and registration cards. You know, let your mama know you love her type cautious. That was me. I check off my checklist, put on that schoolboy Q, and ride the fuck out. It's Atlanta, so it's only an hour away, but it's gonna take us about 2 hours to get there. All I'm thinking about is this weed better be worth it. And think, Jesus, I got gas when I got it. So, traffic got me a little irritated, a little worried, and a little bit hungry. And my homies just staying calm, jamming out to the music, wishing we had weed to smoke while we driving this journey. But nope, that's not how the Jordan Mobile operates. No smoking, no eating, no evidence of paraphernalia, seatbelts on, and we're focused while substance is in the car. No substance, no rules. Well, we can smoke, but all other rules still apply. The GPS is saying we're only 4 minutes away, but I don't see how that is because we turned down one road, there's some buildings, came down another road, there's some apartments, and then woods. Fucking woods. Like, my car doesn't even do woods. So I'm like, fuck it. We came this far, might as well go for the gold. So I keep going. I dodge a pothole after pothole, jump ship, and finally, we came up to what looks like a little small neighborhood jaunt. It was like a small little neighborhood with like dirt roads and street names and security cameras. I mean, this shit was bizarre as fuck, but it was legit as fuck at the same time. Just like in the movies. My car makes it to like the trap house driveway, and all I see is like car after car pulling in. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't see them. Where'd they come from? From what I gathered, this was like a one-way in and one-way out type thing, but I should have known better with my movie knowledge that people of this caliber would have like a back way out, a tunnel or something. So, or I could just overlooked it. It could have been my nerves. I don't know. Either which way, this little house, prairie-looking house, was popping as fuck. So we park, we sit. My homie's gonna ask like, what do we do now? I look at him and shrug my shoulders like, I don't fucking know. I turn down the music and I try to hide my phone screen because I'm looking up what the fuck to do next and shit. But we gotta make a move quick because there's other cars behind us. I get my money out, my homie gets his money out, and between us, we got like $300. I know how weed is sold, so I make sure we have a little bit of extra because it's not like these motherfuckers take credit cards or Venmo. So homie's like, all right, let's go. I'm like, nah, because you were like born in Atlanta and you know the guy that knows the guy. And plus, I drove. Shit. He said, all right, and got out by himself. I locked the doors. I mean, I ain't no bitch. I'm just cautious. I mean, with this yellow-looking house and shit and this diesel-ass charged-up Dodge Chargers in the front and the pit bull tied up, I was like, nah, I'm definitely locking them doors. And I pulled out my wine key. I don't play. So my homie walks up to the door, knocks 3 times, and I kid you not, this door opens up like halfway horizontally, like a barn-type door. And like he just baked an apple pie and it's sitting on the ledge type of door. I was like, what the fuck? And this door had a little baby door by the waistline. And I'm guessing that's where you like receive and, you know, pass off the goods and shit. So my homie knocks on the door, of course, and the guy answers, and My homie says something, and the door closes halfway, and sure enough, a little package pops out the little waistline. My mind is fucking blown, to say the least. Like, I'm really impressed. Like, this is like some legit corner store type, like, amenity type place. So, anywho, my homie comes back to the car, and I didn't even have to ask if he had the goods, because I could fucking smell it. Oh, could I fucking smell it? It was loud as and I pull off, and I get the fuck out of there because, I'm still in disbelief. Like, this is actually happening. Like, I gotta make sure this is really real. Gotta make it home. Anywho, we get out the woods again, get down the road, and pull over, and we divvy up the goods. We both went on a half an ounce, so he gives me my half of weed, and he takes his half of weed, and then gives me my $80. And I'm like, $80? Whoa. I think you gave me back your change too, dude. And he pulls out another $80. I was like, whoa, wait a fucking minute. I was like, bro, that means he was like, yup. And that shit was only $140 for the ounce. I was like, yippee. We get home, roll up, and that shit was some fucking fire. I was high as that day made me feel like Rashad's little brother off the movie ATL when he gets first put on. I was like really living large. And of course that didn't last very long. Well, for about 3 months, the trap weed train was like still going strong. There was a few not so strong as before weed bashes, but hey, you can't beat those prices. The numbers change and the locations change. Yes, the locations change every week too. And me and my homie just follow. Sometimes we drive in my car, sometimes we drive in his car, because, with them woods and my car, it can only take but so much. Well, this particular one location we go to one day on a fucking Tuesday in the middle of the devil hot July, my homie says, let's go re-up. I'm sitting pretty good on my stash at home, so I was just going to take advantage of the prices and just take that ride with him whenever I can. So we get there, and I feel something eerie. It wasn't as busy as usual, and there was a black van parked in the back, and the pit bull was barking up a fucking storm. I mean, that was normal, but, the guy was actually in the middle of a re-up himself, so it was really quiet, and all I wanted to do was get the fuck out of there. I felt weird. Plus, I didn't drive, so, I was like, I can't control the situation, so the re-up takes, slower than normal. Well, finally, after fucking 10 minutes, we get served, and we just fucking leave. As we're pulling out, a slew of unmarked cars lined up, like we're tailing each other, like back to back. My homie keeps driving, pays no mind to them, but what I feel like is a fucking raid is about to happen. And sure enough, here comes a SWAT and the ATF trucks following that fucking line. So we definitely fucking pick up the speed and dip even further. So we get about 2 miles out, and we're entering the highway ramp, and we get lights behind us. I was like, fuck, we're fucked. I quickly hide the weed in my underwear, and he throws his out the fucking window, shaking my head. The car was, of course, one of those unmarked cars that he didn't fucking see. My homie's taillight was fucking out. Of course, he didn't make his checklist like I did. I normally would. And of course, the cop smells fucking weed. And he asks us, Balin, do we know the house down the road, the trap house? I say no, and of course, my boy says no too. And the cop proceeds to ask for our phones. I'm like, this is weird. What kind of cop are you? So he looks through both of our phones and finds text messages between the secret number and my homeboy. Turns out this fucking secret number is the cops this whole time. They lured us in this fucking bait. Textbook trap. Now both of us are sitting in the back of the cop car. So here's the deal, gentlemen. The fucking cop tells us as we're sitting in the back of this Ford fucking Focus. We know you've been buying weed from these guys up the street. We've been surveilling you for months. And we built up a case on these guys, and they're about to go to jail for a long time. You two can easily go with them unless you tell us who this other guy is. So y'all remember the guy who knows the guy? Well, apparently they want this middle guy bad. Like, my mind is fucking blown once again. Like, this middle guy that we know, we was shooting pool with him just fucking last week. I met his kids. I fucking, met his wife. Like, this guy's a fucking fugitive. They've been, like, on the run and shit. Like, if they've been watching me too. Like, I'm angry because now that I'm thinking back, like, this motherfucker kicked my ass in pool, so I'm double angry now. So, anywho, me and my homie are like sweating our balls off right now. And I'm even more sweaty or nervous as fuck because I still got the weed tucked under my fucking balls. So, like, well, I don't know what to say. And, like, I should have just fucking fell asleep like I normally do and just play like I got narcolepsy, but I didn't have to because all of a sudden, all we hear is bang, 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 blah, 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 blah. These motherfuckers was fucking shooting. I mean, I'm no stranger to the gun range, and I know what straight havoc sounds like up in there, and that sounds like straight chaos over there. Like, fuck, I'm shook, not gonna lie. So the fucking cop unlocks the doors and just tells us to get the fuck out, like, and I'm like, oh shit. So I hop out that motherfucker like quick as fuck, and he just zooms the fuck off, leaving us like literally in dust. Me and my homie stand for a second, look to ourselves, and like what the fuck happened? And as soon as shooting continues, like we like fuck this, hopped in the car and zoomed the fuck off ourselves, only to get fucking stuck in traffic. Back there on the way back to the crib, like fucking shit, I can't fucking win. We finally get back there and back to the house, and I'm still in disbelief, and we're just silent as fuck because we're just thinking like, I mean, all you can hear is our stomachs fucking growling because, of course, I still didn't fucking eat. And, of course, to make matters worse, we both have to work at fucking 4 o'clock, as it's nearing 3 p.m. right now. Needless to say, we both called the fuck out at work. Of course, smoked that fucking weed that was still tucked under my nuts. And, got some heavy drinks and some tacos. Because, it was fucking Taco Tuesday, Yay. Well, later on that night, I sold homie the half of the weed from my nutsack, and because his weed that he threw out was probably squirrel food by now. And of course, 2 days later, we hear on the news that there was a raid that was resolved, left like one dead, one fled on foot, and then later was caught. Pharmaceuticals and shit were seized, and the house, basically the trap house, is basically going to be destroyed. And I haven't been to a trap house since. Nowadays I just order my fucking weed offline. God, shit.